Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Jess. So Bitcoin has shot well past our initial target of $85,000 and is currently sitting just above $91,000. We're going to dive into the video today to cover the recent price action, including the latest daily candle close, and then focusing on these short time frame charts to answer the question, will the price discovery continue? Before we get into all that though, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to get regular Bitcoin analysis every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. If you're after even more content, be sure to check out my free Telegram channel, and if you're after my VIP channel, you can get more details over here. VIP gives you exclusive access to my personal trading setups with exact entry points, targets, and stop losses. Alrighty guys, so diving right into the charts here, we are on an hourly time frame here. A lot has happened since my last video. So my last video was on Monday. I was supposed to make one on Wednesday. Unfortunately, time got away from me that day and I could not get one out. So let's talk about all the recent price action. So last Monday, we had just had, or just closed, a weekly candle that was exceptionally bullish. So, the first really strong candle we had had since the breakout of our macro descending structure over here, right? And in that breakout, what we were expecting was the measured move, which is being the height of the flag, taking us up to $85,000. Now, in my last video, I did talk about the likelihood, or how I personally expected us to, deviate above 85K and then go on to develop a little bit of bearish divergence, which is exactly what we saw. Right, we shot all the way up to 89,700, developing some bearish divergence here alongside lower lows on the RSI here, lower highs here on the RSI, and then we saw a correction back down to retest $85,000 as a base of support, which is now currently one of the most crucial levels that we have here on the short time frame that will continue to facilitate price discovery. So naturally, while we're in the sort of price discovery segment, Bitcoin's high time frame charts are looking really, really bullish, right? The weekly chart just is about to close a 16% candle. We've already seen nearly 30% returns in November, and we're only halfway through the month. And if we take a look at the broader market context, we do have some really, really bullish news, right? Particularly with, if we take a look at SEC, there are hints that Gary Gensler, who's essentially been waging war on crypto for the last couple of years, is potentially stepping down after, being sued by a crypto advocacy group, DeFi Education, with the support and collaboration of 18 states within the USA. So that's really, really bullish, of course, and as well as the continued, decreasing interest rates, which again, we are expecting in December. So if we take a look at the daily chart, we can see as well that we have just most recently closed this morning and a bullish engulfing candle here, suggesting that we can expect, further bullish continuation. So let's dive into the short time frame chart, which is the key focus of this video, and talk about the current chop zone that we're experiencing there, the potential signs for a pullback, and to what extent that pullback remains bullish until it no longer is, it is not, and then also what we can expect in terms of predicting or anticipating a continued bullish move above $93,000. Before we get into the rest of the video, guys, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, BitUnex, where you can get 15% off all of your trading fees and up to $5,500 in sign-up rewards when you create your free account using the link down in my description box. BitUnex is an emerging cryptocurrency exchange committed to providing you with a secure, convenient, and highly functional trading and investment platform. Available across all countries as a non-KYC exchange, get global access to over 150 trading pairs with minimal fees on both spot and futures contracts. Join today to get $5,500 in sign-up rewards and get 15% off all of your trading fees by signing up using the link in my bio or by using the code 1GG3 when you create your account. So going back to our hourly chart here, we can see the relevant trading range, starting at our range high here at 93,300, the current all-time high, and our range low being that really crucial level at 85,160. So while we've been traveling within this range, we've also been inside or up above an uptrend. Our fortnightly uptrend going all the way back to the 5th of November, and with currently 3 points of confluence. Now this uptrend is really important because it characterized the entire breakout move that we have seen here for the last 2-week period, right? So that is the key structure that is kind of defining this bullish price action right now. And then within our relevant range here, we have our key level of support at $92,000, which we've just rejected off this morning, as well as our current key level of support here being $86,200. So using those horizontal levels alone, we can sort of chart out both our breakout and, potential pullback scenario. So if we want to see Bitcoin continue on price discovery, what we need is for the price to close above this level of resistance here at $92,000. In doing that, we can expect a bullish continuation to retest the range high here, and closing above there, we're very likely to see some very volatile bullish price action once again, right, as we re-enter price discovery. Now, if we continue to reject off resistance instead, and fall below our sort of midline support over here at 89,600, ranging down to 89,000 flat. If we lose that level of support, we can then likely expect a retracement of our fortnightly uptrend over here. So that is going to act as a level of uptrending support. And below our fortnightly uptrend is that crucial level of support here at 86,200, as well as sell side liquidity. Now, closing below these levels is when the short time frame pullback starts to become a little bit more bearish, right? Because we can expect then a continued bearish move to move into 82,500, this sort of liquidity pocket down here, as well as the end of our volume gap down here as well. So that goes all the way down to 81,500 as well. That's the base of that level of support there. And that is when we've definitely lost our sort of horizontal supports here, the relevant trading range, as well as our uptrending structure, the bullish narrative that's characterized the last 2 weeks. So we can kind of expect a little bit more bearish price action and, quite a steeper drop, right, in comparison to the sort of chop between the range. If we do take a look at the price action within our horizontal range right now, though, we can see that the price action is looking really, really bullish. So we've been printing consistently higher lows here on the charts, despite what we can see as decreasing bullish momentum here on the charts. So that suggests bullish absorption, right? So the buys are still gaining strength while we chop sideways in this range. And as well, we can see that momentum has just recently this morning flipped positive here on the hourly chart. So approaching this level of resistance here, we are seeing that, so that sort of downtrending momentum there has finally flipped. And if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame as well, once again, we can see we're very close to closing that, about an hour and 40 minutes away. Once again, closing the 4-hour RSI above that very same sort of momentum downtrend that we've been in within this horizontal chop zone. So it's very likely that we do end up breaking above resistance and moving into price discovery. But once again, we do need that horizontal validation first, and that break above $92,000. So moving out of Bitcoin and onto the broader cryptocurrency market, let's take a look at Total 3. So Total 3 over the last 2 weeks has, just like Bitcoin, been exceptionally bullish, but we can see here that we are currently now approaching a really, really critical level of resistance. That being, first of all, the range high of that prior macro downtrend that we'd been in for the last 8-month period, as well as the sort of dead cat bounce level of resistance here at $840 billion here on the Total 3 chart. So if we take a look at Bitcoin, moving back to BLX, we can see that altcoins have been quite lagging when it comes to bullish price action, and obviously moving into that sort of really parabolic phase in altcoin behavior, aside from meme coins, which is honestly their own little universe. But if we take a look over here, previously, all the way back in the start of the year in January, Bitcoin was retesting this really crucial level of resistance here at $48,000. That was termed the dead cat bounce level of resistance, right? Where we've had a breakdown, a huge bearish move, a dead cat bounce, like a fallen cat bounces from the ground, and then a continued bearish move, right? So that goes on to become a really, really strong level of resistance in every single cycle, in entering the bull run, the next cycle. So if we take a look, following the breakout of $48,000 here, Bitcoin went on to shoot up to 73K, forming the new all-time high all the way back in March. Now, if we take a look at the Total 3 chart, that is the segment of macro price action that Total 3 is currently experiencing. So we're retesting that dead cat bounce level of resistance. And so it's really, really crucial, this level of price action. And if we break above it, we're very likely then to move on to retest the all-time high sort of total market cap for altcoins, being 1.12 trillion, I think, or 13 trillion. And very likely then also moving into that sort of price discovery. segment. Not that it has a price because it's a market cap, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? And so this next sort of period on price action for Bitcoin as well is really, really important, because if we do see a continued bullish move back above 93,300, we're very likely to then have that momentum from Bitcoin, or that strength from Bitcoin, carry on over to altcoins, as Bitcoin dominance is still very much quite high right now, push us over this $840 billion sort of level of resistance, and then facilitating that very parabolic behavior that we're still waiting on for altcoins. So very, very important level for Total 3 right now. Things are looking very, very bullish. Alrighty guys, that is all the analysis that I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video or you learned something, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're after even more content, be sure to check out my free Telegram for daily updates as well as crypto and economic news. And if you're interested in my VIP channel, you can get more details over here. VIP gives you exclusive access to my personal trading setups with exact entry points, targets, and stop losses. And if you are a trader, don't forget to sign up down below to BitUnex to get 15% off all of your trading fees. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.